Now, when it comes to dividing integers, dividing is exactly the opposite of multiplying, but it follows all the exact same rules, okay? So remember that when we're dividing, what we're doing is we're kind of taking the answer from multiplying and trying to take out how many 5s do we have, okay? So if it was negative 25 and we're taking out how many 5s, it'll be negative 5, okay? So that is, again, the way that that works. Dividing makes a little bit more sense, I think, than multiplying, but we'll go from there. Again, same rules that we went through before. Two of the same sign, positive or negative, are going to result in a positive answer. Two with a different one with one of each sign, so one positive, one negative. Again, order doesn't matter. The resulting answer is going to be negative. Okay, so every single time we follow, again, the same rules that we did with multiplying. Okay, let's take a look at a couple examples. 36 divided by 9. We're trying to figure out how many 9s can we take out of 36. Both are positive, so our answer is going to be positive. And we can take 4 of them out, so we're going to be left with positive 4. Now, in this case here, okay, this is maybe where it doesn't make quite as much sense, but we'll talk about that in a little bit here. 54 divided by negative 6. Okay, we want to figure out how many negative 6s can we take out of 54. Well, it's a positive, so it kind of doesn't really make sense. But we know that because we have one positive and one negative, our answer is going to be a negative. And now 54 divided by 6 is 9, and so the answer is negative 9. Now again, if we went backwards, negative 9 times negative 6, we would get an answer of positive 54. Next practice here. Negative 14 divided by 2. We want to take out how many 2s can we take out of negative 14? Well, one negative, one positive means that our answer is going to be negative, and then we just do 14 divided by 2, and we're going to get an answer of 7. Okay? 14 divided by 2 is 7. Because one is negative, one is positive, our answer is then negative. Okay? And that's something that we have to follow every single time. Now, with dividing a negative by a negative, it makes a little bit more sense how we get a positive. We want to try to figure out how many negative 5s do we come out of negative 25. Well, in this case, we get a full number, okay? And again, remember, the negative and a negative give us a positive, so there's two negatives, we get a positive, and we can take out 5 negative 5s out of negative 25. And so our answer is positive 5. Now, this can work the same way with numbers which are bigger. Negative 2 divided by 4. Okay, so we're going to divide it into 4 even slices, meaning that we are going to have 1/2 in each. Okay, and we can think of this as negative 2 over 4. That is a fraction. Simplify this fraction by dividing both by 2. And this is negative 1 over 4, or negative 1/4. So a negative on the top or a negative on the bottom is going to give us a negative in total. If we have two negatives, it ends up being a positive. Okay, this we won't deal too much with right now. We may deal with it a little bit later on. You'll definitely see it in grade 10. But I want you now to work on questions 8 through 11. 8 and 9 are dealing with multiplying and dividing, and 10 and 11 are a couple of word problems that deal with integers and all sorts of different operations inside of integers.